Once upon a time, there was a little boy called Howard who loved writing stories.
Little Howard dreamed of being a writer, and so he sat and wrote every night. But everything he wrote was fucking shite, yeah. Wubba-dubba-doo, wubba-dubba-doo. Worst writer in the world, worst writer in the world, worst writer in the world, worst writer in the world. He's a stupid, suck-ass, rubbish writer.
Welcome to the worst writer in the world, and it is Time Jump, the penultimate episode, part 8.
Wow.
So Jem has been through a lot. Firstly, he lost his wife, Zippy, in a bin taking out accident.
It's accident, yeah.
Then, tragically, he lost his mum, Dorothea, in a bin taking out accident.
Oh, no.
Almost exactly the same situation. But, good news, he has time-travelling equipment that means he can travel in time. He's not totally sure how to use it, but he's basically getting the idea, right? And he has vowed to go back in time and save his mum, Dorothea, and his wife, Zippy.
Hooray!
So let's get back to Jem and see how his time travel adventure is going. Exterior Breakers Yard, moments later. Jem is in a silver car, could be any number of makes of big car, medium car, Skoda, etc. Jem starts the engine, crosses his fingers and then drives off the car pile. The silver car falls through the time vortex and vanishes. Smash cut to exterior Breakers Yard, the past. The airbag inflates and breaks Jem's nose with a ghoulish cracking sound, but he is alive. The car is still running. Outside, it has snowed. Jem looks at the car's time circuits control panel. On the dashboard,
Yeah.
which displays 3 rows of illuminated, brightly coloured LED readouts. The last departed time, the destination time, and the present time. The last 2 are the same. Jem says, "It's Christmas. She's still alive." He looks at his watch, but not for long. "I have 50 minutes. Oh, if only I had more time. But I don't. If only there were some magical way of going back a few hours in time. But there isn't. I'll just have to drive dangerously fast." He revs the engine and speeds off. Car chase! Exterior streets! The silver car pulls out of the breaker's yard, the fender smacking the tarmac as it bounces up the steep side street. As Jem guns the accelerator, a plume of black smoke spits from the exhaust. Jem jumps a red light. Does he time jump it? Doesn't say. Narrowly avoiding being hit by a truck. Jem makes a wrong turn into a one-way street. He slips the car into 4th. It roars objectionably as he forces it onto the pavement. He careens along the pavement, honking his horn. He ploughs down... He ploughs down an elderly couple, murdering them. And he says, "Sorry, I'll come back.
Yeah.
I'll come and bring you back to life after I've fixed me wife and me mum."
Yeah.
He understands time travel well.
Time travel.
I'll come and bring you back to life from myself after I complete the mission where I kill you. Jem careers around the corners. This is where you're not paying attention now. He says, Jem careers around the corners, jobs out into main road, and straight into the job centre. Why have you written the word jobs there? What's that meant to be?
This is
jobs out into main road and
is
straight like drives.
Okay, so
drives.
like, I mean, we won't remember this, but like, and it probably isn't even the finished thing. But like, I was like, I needed to write a car chase because I knew that like I needed excitement and I needed him to be in the silver cargo. And I was like, well, I've written a car chase before, so I went to Collider. And I copied and pasted the chase scene, and then just like took most of it out because it was like 8 pages long.
Yeah,
so,
it's really long. We didn't even include that in Collider, did we?
And so
We cut most of it.
But I keep using all these words like careens and careers, and so like I was like, he careers around a corner. He jobs
careers. I get it. I didn't get that at all.
Yeah, no, gang.
Jem careers around a corners, jobs out into the main road, and straight into the job centre. Yeah. They probably existed at this time.
Yeah, I think they did, yeah.
Jem says, Dickosaurus fuck. Jem thrusts the thing into reverse mode. I like the way this is very much your understanding of driving. Like, he puts it in fourth. So I'd be like, no idea what that means.
The fast one, right? Yeah. Gotta be better than 3.
Jem thrusts the thing into reverse mode and zips backward along the road and does a spin when he reaches a cordoned off area from a previous massive pile-up.
Ooh.
Jem narrowly avoids hitting a police car which is dealing with the massive pile-up.
Ooh.
Young American policeman Malcolm watches Jem's silver car. He quickly leaps in the police car and starts the motor. Jem takes a corner and merges straight into fast-moving traffic, forcing an MPV to hit the brakes, who then gets immediately rear-ended by a cocky roadster.
that's the line I remember from Collider, but maybe it's not in it.
Sirens! Malcolm is after him. Turning a corner at high speed, Jem suddenly finds herself heading towards a school crossing as floods of children are leading. I'll tell you what, the reveal wasn't as carefully orchestrated as in Rapunzel, was it? I think you did it much better in Rapunzel.
No, this is more shocking. There's been no clues.
Jem finds herself heading towards a school crossing as floods of children are leaving school. Jem plows through them, killing at least 18. No golden bus trip for them. Jem makes a hard left into a park, past a flattened 10 miles per hour sign. Exterior park. Driving on the uneven grass bank, the car threatens to spin out of control, but Jem hangs on.
Ooh.
Jem speeds past some bloody and broken picnickers.
Interesting.
Jem speeds over a flattened railing and straight into a shallow duck pond full of dead ducks. Malcolm's police car roars after him. Jem opens the window and shoots Malcolm through the head. Jem says, "Sorry, Malcolm. I'll resurrect you, I promise." Interior, Malcolm's police car. As Malcolm's car crashes to a halt, he gasps his last breath and says, "It is time, but the moment has been prepared for." That's a Doctor Who line, right? I knew I recognised that. That's a Doctor Who line.
Yeah.
Malcolm begins to regenerate into a Brummie.
Yay! That's why there's 2 of them. That's the reveal.
Exterior, streets. Jem reverses the car into a tiny parking space behind a skip covered with tarpaulin, and Jem yanks the tarp from the skip. Interior, silver car. Jem sits under cover, hidden by the tarp. Jem says, "Hold on, what the fuck am I doing? I need to save Zoe." Yeah, well, who's he hiding from? He just shot the police officer.
Yeah.
He starts the car and speeds off. The tarp flaps away in the wind. Exterior, North London streets. Jem speeds along Cranley Gardens and then, gears crunching, speeds up Woodland Gardens. Interior, silver car, day. Jem says, "Don't worry, Zoe. I'm coming to save you."
Hooray!
Jem swerves to avoid hitting an American garbage truck. He swerves again to avoid hitting Bungle. But there is someone else in the road. Someone with a big, zippy mouth.
Oh, no!
Oh! Screech! Slam! Zoe flies over Jem's car.
Oh, no!
Her face twisted in agony and her knickers twisted in insert gag. Jem hits the brakes. Looking through the rear-view mirror, he sees his younger, less hairy self. Ugh, not him. I hate that guy. You less hairy Jem rushes to Zoe's side. That should be the less hairy Jem, I guess.
Sure, why not?
Who knows? Who knows?
Who cares?
A small crowd gathers. Bin men, head-punching tramps, and other pedestrians. Doxfuck. Doxfuck. I'm in some kind of bootstrap paradox, says Jem. So now we think we know what kind of time travel movie we're. Didn't bother with the word watching. Just didn't worry about finishing that sentence. Just I've had enough of that sentence. I'm going to move on to the next.
Yeah, it's fine. It's fine.
Jem, remembering the events from before, tries to start the silver car but fails.
Oh, no.
In his rearview mirror, Jem sees himself, another Jem. They are identical in every way, except only one of them has a penis. Only one of them has a penis. The squire arrives. Chickens, necklace swap, genocide. Nah, jokes. That doesn't happen. Poo off.
Little Howard fake out.
No, that doesn't happen. Poo off. Now hairy Jem sees past young Jem running towards him and the silver car.
Oh no.
The silver car's engine keeps turning over as less hairy Jem races towards it.
Oh no! It's exciting. It's so fucking dramatic.
But then, just as his past self is nearing, the engine starts.
Hooray!
Jem says, "Thank feck." Because he's really leaning into his Irishness in this script.
Well, I've heard the performance, so...
The car, occasionally it sounds a bit Irish. The car begins to move off up the hill, but suddenly less hairy Jem leaps on top of it.
Oh no!
Crusty Jem tries to shake Fresh Jem off, but Fresh Jem is hanging on tight and trying to smash the window with his cast. Oh yeah, I remember that. With his broken arm.
Oh, right, yeah.
Modern Jem accelerates, swerving from side to side. Less hairy Jem manages to crack the windscreen before being thrown off and landing in the snow. Latter day Jem floors it and speeds off.
Hooray!
I like how many different ways of describing the gems you use there, but they were all clear. It was amazing.
Oh, good. Because I was thoroughly confused, but I still enjoyed it.
No, I understood it perfectly. It was really good. As he drives, bloody-nosed, hairy Jem sees that the window screen is cracked, and the crack is spreading, as though a lot of men are about to start falling out of the sky, which they probably are. What's that?
Collider.
Collider, okay.
Do you remember the...
because the crack spread in
the
that,
moon
okay,
plates,
yeah.
and there's they have a big conversation about the crack in the windscreen because he's talking about.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Yeah, that's the visual of someone else having a conversation, right? They're talking about a crack in the world, and we see a crack in the windscreen. That was good.
Crack
yeah.
in the universe, the multiverse crack.
Yeah. Exterior, Breakers Yard Nexus Point.
Ooh.
Jem drives and parks the silver car. It is kaput.
Oh.
He climbs the car pile.
Ooh.
He looks down at the swirling time vortex. Well, here goes nothing. I guess it's time to jump. In fact, I guess it's time to time jump.
Hooray!
Cool music plays to accentuate the fact that Jem has just said the title of the movie.
Hooray!
Then, Jem P. Cadle, Time Jumps. Subtitle, Time Jump. Time Jump music plays. Song. Oh, no.
I mean, I picked one you know, but I mean, you can do whatever you like.
Okay, no, I was okay.
Do you know it?
Time jump, jumping all through time, doing time jumps. Do you like my time jump? Come and watch me time jump. Do you like my time jump?
Brilliant.
Exterior Breaker's Yard, the past. Jem lands with a crash and he howls out in pain. Oh, dog nammit, I should have got myself a parachute. He checks his watch. Okay, he checks his watch.
Yeah.
Brilliant.
Got a problem with
No, not at all, right? And because when you, I'm sure, I don't know. I've never, like now, when you travel with a smartphone, which has location, can you set it to just tell you the right time where you are? Is that a setting your smartphone has?
It knows it. Yeah,
it does. That's good. So I'm sure Jem just has a time watch that when he changes time, it goes okay.
Well, remember I invented Vidiphones, so I probably invented watches that know what time zone you're in as well.
But not time zone as in location, but time zone as in time travel.
Yeah. You're in 1969, Howard. Thank you very much, watch.
Oh wow, that's very good. But I didn't time travel. Oh, and it's broken. It's just broken. Okay.
I am confused. No, you're in Sainsbury's, Muswell. That's not a time. That's not a time. Why are you telling me that?
So he checks his watch and says, okay, we've got 1 whole hour. I need transport. He hears voices and hides. All right, so there's a breaker off screen talking to his Uncle Alan. Hi, Uncle Alan. I finished turning that fire truck, the type you get in America, into a cube. What's next? You want me to turn this garbage truck, the type you get in America, into a cube? And Uncle Alan says, sure, the keys are in the ignition, mate. Jem spots the abandoned garbage truck, the type you get in America. The door is open and the keys are in the ignition. He quickly commandeers it because he is a police person.
Lest we forget.
Because he doesn't act much like one, so you should keep reminding us. And he should have a uniform on at all points.
He should, yeah.
Exterior streets. The garbage truck pulls out of the breaker's yard. Jem guns the accelerator, shoots the pedal. Jem jumps a red light and causes a massive pile-up. That's what we saw earlier, right?
Yeah.
Jem plows on through, leaving total destruction in his wake. Jem careens and careers. He runs over a dog. The dog says, roar! Jem, sorry, dog owner. My dog!
Head knock.
Bang, bang, shooty shoot, dog owner, so they don't have to cry about their stupid dead dog.
Good scene. It's a kindness.
He's doing a lot of kindness, Jem, isn't he? He's doing a lot of that.
Are you sad about your dog? Bang, bang, you're fucking dead. You're not sad anymore, are you?
I have solved your sadness.
I have done a kindness. Computing kindness, have done one, yes.
Yeah. He's the robot. I am looking up a kindness. I am doing a kindness. Okay, that bloke's not going to be sad about his dog anymore because I shot him.
Oh man, the film was so good.
It was, wasn't it? That was a good bit. I mean, obviously, the robot's internal monologue was one of the highlights of that. But when he's like, "I am thinking of doing a thing. I am doing a thing. I have done the thing." Yeah. That was fucking great.
It was. Well, not that you couldn't do this voice before, but this voice is born kind of out of that robot thing.
No, I don't think I did that. I don't think this voice existed. I mean, that was the first time I did it, right?
Yeah.
And partly it was the way the robot spoke really informed it, definitely.
Which is why he's really poorly cast as a human being.
Often part of the fun, though, right?
Yes.
But Jem is quite a simplistic character, and but also quite focused. Quite driven to one objective, so it works.
No, I think it works 100% because if you watch a lot of these detective shows, they have this kind of this standoffish kind of detective who's had some trauma in the past, and therefore they're unapproachable and they're quite meanish, and so this is perfect.
I should be calm. I mean, also I'm quite old now. I think I'm the right you just got to be quite old and a bit rugged to play a detective on TV, right? You got to look a bit shit. I mean, usually good looking as well, and but let's overlook that and just go for the quite old. And so I think I'd be a good TV detective.
Put you in the Columbo ballpark rather than Carey Mulligan when she did that David Mamet detective drama. 'Cause you don't look like her.
More the kind of Rowan Atkinson kind of playing a detective kind of thing. But as the hello, my name's Detective Robot. I've come to solve your crime.
Yeah.
Did you say Detective Robot? I did, but it doesn't mean I'm a robot from space and I'm going to kill you with my big metal hands. Don't worry about that.
Have you got a cup of peas I can drink?
Have you got a cup of guns I can use to kill you?
Yeah.
Do you have a cup of guns? I just need to kill you before
Just going to phone my dad, Ross. Are you like that, Dad Ross? Kill the humans? Yeah, we'll do.
My dad, Ross, of course. You know what his name is. You want me to tell you? Do you want me to tell you what his name is?
Yeah.
Because it's Ghana Nick Kutana, which is always a bit of a fucking surprise.
That's great.
It is, and it's also still fucking mystifying. I will never, unless you remember and tell me, I will never be able to guess at your thought process coming up with that. Like, usually you can get at least a little bit of insight.
I thought it was a joke. I thought it was a good joke.
Yeah, I know that.
But it turned out to be the best one I ever wrote.
Absolutely, but no, even with failed jokes, with weird jokes, you can usually at least guess some kind of process. But what thought process that made you go, it'd be funny? Obviously, I get the part where you go, it'd be funny if this robot got the name a bit wrong. But then to get from that thought, the robot's making up a name for his dad, and then that name being Ghana Nick Kutana is so odd. Howard, I am enjoying this. Do you know what I really like listening to stuff written by you. I like that a lot.
Thank you.
But sometimes I think that I don't necessarily do it justice, because I've never read it before, I've never practiced it, and in many ways, when you write stuff, the best person to read it can be yourself, because you know exactly how it was meant to be performed. What I'd really like is to listen to chapters of something, say a detective story, written by Howard, but also read by Howard.
Wow.
Where could I get something like that? And specifically, I'd like something called Murder on the Melon Express.
Yeah, that sounds good. If you would like to listen to Murder on the Melon Express,
I
simply
would. That
head
sounds
over
great.
to Patreon/manbycow/collections, and you can probably buy it for $10.
$10 US or equivalent in your currency. Yeah, absolutely. And that is a Gret Binchleaf adventure, which is called Murder on the Melon Express, because there's a lot of murder and a lot of Melon Express. We certainly don't ignore the Melon Express for most of that book.
If you don't like Nazis, you'll enjoy it, because we end Nazism in it, don't we?
Yeah, that is true. We come out very strongly against Nazis in that book. There's no middle point. We're not saying, well, maybe some Nazis are okay.
Yeah.
No, absolutely not.
No.
And if you've been listening to this story and thinking, you know what this story needs is a police detective called DSI Phileas Culpepper, you go, no, not Phileas Culpepper, then you'll be happy to know that one of the main characters alongside Gret Binchleaf in Murder on the Melon Express is called DSI Phileas Culpepper. He does be like that. Yeah.
So good.
Who is a genius with a hairy penis?
DSI Culpepper.
Who's a brainiac with a hat and rainy Mac?
DSI Culpepper.
He's bald now, but he once had hair. Then Gret Binchleaf shaved it off, so now it isn't there. Who has a smart mind and a put behind?
DSI Culpepper.
That's me. All right, let's get back to this story, which I'd say, it could do with a serial killer in it who bases himself on 1980s game shows. That's what it's missing, right? But let's see what we can do. All right, back to the story. Jem takes a corner and merges straight into fast-moving traffic. forcing an MPV to hit the brakes, who then gets immediately rear-ended by a cocky roadster.
Right, yeah.
Jem makes a hard left into a park, destroying a 10 miles per hour sign. Exterior park. Driving on the uneven grass bank, the truck threatens to spin out of control, but Jem hangs on. I've read that line before, right?
Yeah, I mean, none of it makes any sense. I mean, it's like this has happened before.
But it was the car last time, right? Okay,
there must be a lot of cocky roadsters on the road.
Yeah. Picnickers flee for their lives, but not quick enough. Jem smashes through the railing, flattening it, and drives straight into a full duck pond with lots of very alive ducks in it. Exterior North London streets. Jem speeds along Muswell Hill Road and then down turns a hard left and down Woodland Gardens.
Nice down turns, yeah.
Interior garbage truck day. Don't worry, Zoe. I'm coming to save you. Exterior Woodland Gardens continuous. Jem slams on the brakes, but the truck takes a while to stop as it slides in the now. The truck takes a while to stop as it slides in the snow.
No, the now, because it's a time travel movie. It doesn't
Doesn't slide in
the
the
past or
past.
the future. It does it in the now.
Slides it in the now.
Slides it in the now.
Jem leaps from the truck. He races back up the hill to his front door and rings the bell. Mm-hmm.
Ooh, fucking hell.
Then he remembers the previous scene, i.e. Zoe heads to the rear of the house, through the kitchen out into the garden where the bin is, and will then take the bin around the side of the house to the front. Now I remember that. I remember that now. And so he races down the side of the house. But no sooner has he done this, he sees young, invalid Jem through the window, and he gets a case of the time travel punchies. He gets a case of the time travel punchies and starts biffing himself in the head.
Yeah, we know the rules. We know the time travel law now.
We
see yourself
you very well.
You've got to punch yourself in the face. It's simple. Oh, fucking hell. Why am I doing this to me? What am I doing?
I ain't gonna give up fucking time traveling. It's awful. Just as Zoe emerges from within, he punches himself into a hedge.
Okay.
And probably has a conversation with Rapunzel too. Zoe passes Punchy Jem, oblivious to his presence, because she's in
What?
Because she's in such a rush to get run over.
Yeah.
Because she's in such a rush to get run over.
She's read the script.
She does do.
Oh, sad.
And then it says blah, 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 blah. Time jump theme tune. Exterior, London, 1962. Jem lands on top of a lead guitarist, breaking his hand. The lead says, "My hand!" And the bassist says, "Now what we're going to do? We're supposed to play the Marquee Club tonight." The band looks sad. Jem says, "I can play." Interior, the Marquee Club night. On stage are the band, the Beatmakers. Jem is playing and singing. Please please me, oh yeah, like I please you. The lead singer with his broken hand is impressed. He sidles off stage and makes a call. Oh, okay. And he says, "John, it's Marvin, your cousin, Marvin Lennon. You know that new sound you're looking for? Well, listen to this." Blah, blah. Jem forms the Beatles for a few years, then remembers the plot and does another time jump. Exterior, Germany, 1939. Jem shoots Hitler. Blah. Exterior, grassy knoll. Jem shoots JFK. Oh, hold on. Why did I do that? Damn it. Blah, 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 blah. Jem travels back in time 1,000,000 times to try and stop the accident, but just keeps making things worse and having to get a lot of jobs as bin men. After Jem watches Zoe get run over, pump mouth, and die for the 348th time, Jem has a revelation. I need to kill myself. Jem is about to shoot himself when a man drops from the sky. It is Malcolm. Malcolm, what are you doing here? I'm from the future. I want you to come with me. But the future hasn't happened yet. Time Cop was wrong, Jem. Jem falls to his knees. No! I'm here to show you how the world would be in the future if you were dead. Ah, feck, I don't want to see that. That'll take ages. Jem shoots Malcolm. There is a blinding light and a weird steampunk time machine arrives with a man in glasses. It is H.G. Wells.
Hooray! Yeah.
Is your name Jem Cadle? Yes. Who are you? I am H.G. Wells. The H stands for Trevor. The author. Excuse me. Good performance.
No, it was good. I got it. It was really good.
Yes. I thought you wrote books. I do that, but also I actually invented time travel. That sounds unlikely. I made the eye, the atlas, and the goggles.
Oh my God, H.G. Wells made them.
But all that jumping got annoying. So I made my time machine instead. You should read the first draft of my novel. The Time Machine. That's the one, but it was originally called Jumping Time Man versus Jack the Ripper. Why are you here? I'm here to warn you that you can't change time. But if you can't change time, then how are you telling me that? What? Well, if you didn't arrive and tell me I can't change time, then I'd carry on trying to change time. So you appearing and stopping me from trying means you've changed time. H.G. Wells vanishes in a flash because of reasons the screenwriter doesn't understand. Oh, no, wait. He just failed to change time. H.G. Wells reappears in a flash. Also, the Flash is there.
Yeah,
Time travel, yes.
Yeah, yes.
For some reason, they are both wearing eye patches. Presumably, there's also a Zeppelin in the sky behind.
I may just read 2 lines further and you'll get there.
Oh, shit. Sorry, cut that. Jem says, dick fucks. Jem shoots them both. Jem says, my famous gun. A Zeppelin flies overhead.
Oh my God.
Jem shoots it. I think it's time to get back to the plot. Jem returns once again to the Breaker's Yard. As he stands on the cusp, looking down at the swirling vortex, Jem realizes that if I have any hope of saving Zoe, I need to go back further in time.
Yeah.
That can be arranged, Mr. Naughty Noo-Noos.
Oh no!
Jim spins to find DeVille. You feckin' arsehole. That's my name. Don't wear it out. No, hang on. Hold on a minute. That is not my name. My name is Tor DeVille, and you, Jem Cadle, should never have followed me.
We know that.
DeVille pushes Jem, who totters backwards towards the vortex, an eternal maw, devouring light and time. Oopsie poopsie. Jem flails, and as he does so, DeVille, he grabs the atlas and eye from his hands. So DeVille grabs the atlas and eye from his hands.
Yeah.
But his hands now free. Jem grabs hold of DeVille, and together they stumble and tumble back, and then they fall. But then fall is crossed out, and it says they jump downwards screaming.
Yeah, because they're not falling, they're time jumping. So I needed to make it apparent, like within the script.
Okay.
That, like when someone's falling, they're not actually falling. What they're doing is they're downward jumping.
Okay.
This is
And
a downward jumping movie.
Jem says, milk. While DeVille says, milk.
Oh my god.
Interior time vortex. Oh, brilliant. Okay, a scene in the time vortex. They continue jumping in a downwards motion through a swirly time vortex. Doctor Who's face is there. It winks. Because what they're actually falling through is the old Doctor Who opening credit sequence, right? Three big rocks fly by.
Oh, wow.
The theme tune seems to say 3 big rocks. Jem and DeVille wrestle for ownership of the time devices. DeVille pulls at the face goggles on Jem's face and lets go. They snap back and he shoots out of the vortex as DeVille continues to down jump, laughing.
Do the laughter.
It is me, DeVille. But his laughter is cut short as he tumbles out of the vortex and splats in a bloody heap.
Oh, shit.
Interior farmhouse. A kid is playing a computer game on a fat monitor screen of a device called a PC computer. So I guess this is the past, right?
Yeah.
His pa, the farmer, enters. "What are you doing, son?" says Pa. "I'm playing something called a computer game, Pa." It's both of them. Yeah, weren't expecting that, were you?
Yeah, it's very good.
Farmer Pa snorts derisively. "That will never catch on."
Classic.
Pause for laughter.
Yeah.
They hear a crash from outside the farmhouse. Exterior farmland, days of yore. Jem's fall is broken by a barn. I don't think that's breaking his fall. I think it's breaking the barn. Jem says, "Ouch." Interior barn continuous. Jem crashes through the roof. Exterior farmhouse. A light goes on and Farmer Pa and his kid come out. They cautiously approach the barn. Jem emerges wearing the goggles. "What is it, Pa?" "Looks like a big monkey. Without hair." "Monkey? It's hairy alien from inner space." "Run for your life." They do. Jem stumbles about in confusion. There are lots of broken mirrors lying about for no good reason. What? Okay. Hello. I forgot which way to do that. I was like, main character
so
must be
excited because that voice turned up. Yeah.
Hello, when am I? No. Hello, when am I? When am I? When am... Jem finds a newspaper in a bin. Yeah, good. Even though he's on a farm. Brilliant. It says he is in the past. Oh, that's the headline. You are in the past. His eyes fall upon a nearby church and he goes to seek spiritual guidance. He heads inside the church. Interior church day. I wonder what's going to happen here. In here are the decorators doing a lovely mosaic on the wall. He goes to the confession box and enters. Interior confession box. Jem says, "Forgive me, Father, for I have sinned." "May the Lord be in your heart and help you to confess your sins with true sorrow. Go ahead, my child." "I ran over my own wife, Father. I killed her. And probably my own mother too. But I've not done that yet, so maybe that wasn't me. Also, I shot me partner and, well, basically, Father, I killed a lot of people. I was going to travel in time and unkill them, but now I've fallen through a time vortex all the way to the rubbish past, and without the Eye or the Atlas, I have no hope of ever getting back to the future. I won't be born for hundreds of years." Is he that far in the past? Fuck.
No.
Okay.
But well, but he's not, is he? I mean,
Yeah,
like
he
I
thinks
think,
he is.
I think in one version, like he probably was, but then I put that farm scene in, and then it was like I don't know what was set now.
There can be farms in the past.
Yeah,
right?
but they were playing. They were playing a computer game though.
Oh yeah, I forgot that. Yeah, good point. I won't be born for hundreds of years. I won't run over me Zoe for hundreds of years plus 30. Oh, I wanted to go back earlier to save her, but I've gone too far. I'll be dead long before I even meet her. Say 3 Our Fathers and 3 Hail Marys and reflect on God's mercy. Jem, he is angry. Really? That's your great wisdom, you great big priest. Bang! Jem blasts the vicar to death through the partition. Yes! Wow. Interior church day. I'll tell you what. How often when we write endings to your scripts do we, like, one of us just go, you know, this main character would be better if he was a mass murderer? Because I know it happened in The Firm, which I ended. Like, that was the end of The Firm, where it turns out the hero's actually a mass murderer. And I bet we've done it in other things too. What do you reckon? I mean, yeah, Mystery of the Golden Bus, which also me.
Yeah.
Not the main character, but certainly a character that was meant to be just a, one of the nice main.
I think we've read stories and seen films. We understand you have to escalate the stakes, and what that means is murdering everyone.
And you got to do the unexpected, so you make your sympathetic main character do it. Interior church day. The decorators look shocked as Jem emerges with a gun. They scream, "Ah!" Bang, bang. He shoots them. Unfortunately, there are no children for him to explode.
Oh.
Yeah, sometimes we don't need to write the ending with the main character being a mass murderer because it's there in the script already. He falls to his knees. Why, God, why? He looks up at the freshly unfinished mosaic. His eyes darken. He shoots out the tiles, writing the following message with a gun. Jesus Christ, don't follow the devil. Jem looks pleased with himself, then frowns. Ah, fuck you, bollocks. He starts to glue some tiles back on, but is interrupted. I think I know what voice this next character has. Hello. What have we here, then? The pigs. Jem flees, pursued by the cop. As he runs, he passes a gravestone, which reads, "Here lies Tor Deville, died in 1606.
Wow.
Jem stops running. Deville, but if he died, then where is the Atlas and I? Hello, stop right there. Let's be Avenue," said the police officer, pausing to do a gag. Jem sees the frozen lake and runs across. Don't be a fool, man. The ice is fragile. The ice breaks in a kind of callback to the roof of the British Museum at the beginning, so that you know the screenwriter knows his trade and that his head is of above average proportions. I do know that. Suddenly, Jem falls through the ice and sinks without a trace, like nothing more than an escaped turkey.
Little Howard dreamed of being a writer, and so he sat and wrote every night. But everything he wrote was fucking shite, yeah. Wubba-dubba-doo, worst writer in the world. Worst writer in the world. Worst writer in the world. Worst writer in the world.
Thank you for listening to this episode of The Worst Writer in the World. If you would like to listen to Murder on the Melon Express, a Gret Binchleaf adventure, then you can get it immediately for just $10 by going to patreon.com/manbycow/collections. Right, that's it. That's the end. The next episode will be the final chapter of Time Jump.
Wow.
So if you're feeling sad and need cheering up, go and spend some money on our stuff. Bye-bye, Milk.
Bye-bye, melon.
He's a stupid, suck-ass, rubbish writer. Yeah.